Hey guys, welcome to my 2021 Supercars predictions video. I think the race is starting right now. I don't know, but I just kind of ran out of time. But I haven't watched. I don't know what's going on. I've been trying not to see the news. So first things first. Dick Johnson Racing. I think Will Davison is a good driver, and the team hasn't changed much in the off season. He should be able to contend for race wins, and will be a chance at the championship. Anton Depasquale is improving every year, and theoretically he should be in a position to contend for race wins. I expect him to out-qualify Will and contend for the championship, but I wouldn't mind if he was unable to deliver. Expectations are a bit high for him. Triple Eight. Jamie Whincup did a great job in 2020, but the team lost its way in the late part of the year, and it cost them the championship. Race wins and pole positions is the expectation, and as always he should be in with a chance at the title. Shane Van Gisbergen will be pushing, if not leading Jamie, just like they've been doing the whole time that they've been teammates. Race wins and pole positions is also the expectation for SVG, and should be in with a chance at the title as well. Jack LeBrock did a good job in 2020 and should be able to demonstrate another step forward in terms of his qualifying and race performances. I expect him to be knocking on the door of the top 10 in the championship. Cameron Waters did a good job in 2020 as well, but a few errors on his part cost him better results overall. Yes, he was second in 2020, and on pole and second at Bathurst, but it was nowhere near McLaughlin's level. He needs to step up and get more podiums and have a year devoid of silly errors to really challenge for the championship. I expect podiums, maybe race wins, pole positions. James Courtney showed what's possible for his entry in 2021 last year, but this year he has to prove that he can make that step forward. A handful of strong qualifying and race performances scattered throughout 2020 was another reminder of his talent, but he needs to be more consistent across the year. Definitely a shot at the top 10 of the championship. Team 18. Mark Winterbottom was outshined by his new teammate last year, but only just. Frosty should be able to show just how good Team 18 are getting in 2021. Could be a dark horse for the title, maybe a podium or two. Scott Pye is doing a great job with Phil Heed, and so long as they can keep that rolling in 2021, they should be in a great position to collect podiums, and just like Frosty, a dark horse for the championship. Walkinshaw Andretti United. Bryce Forward was impressive on occasion, but those outside occasions ruined his championship and put him further down the standings than those standout performances would have had us expect. I expect him to move up the championship order and be there to pick up pieces for a podium. Chaz Mostert was impressive in 2020, especially with his consistency and speed. We knew he had it, but I don't think we expected it to happen straight away with this team. If he can repeat it, that would be impressive. If he can improve on it, that would be an upset, and I'll be very happy, probably up for a podium or two. Brad Jones Racing. Nick Perkout was very impressive in 2020 with how consistent he was. When it was possible, he maximised the points haul. The team just needs to deliver a better car, and he should be a dark horse for the championship too. I expect maybe a podium or two. Todd Hazelwood was a little disappointing, but still managed to score a pole position. That one surprised me. The car was difficult to manage at various times in the year, and so he wasn't able to demonstrate his talent like he did with MSR. I expect him to move up the order in the championship, but maybe not a podium in 2021. Macaulay Jones was impressive in terms of qualifying, but his race results left more to be desired. He says that he's working on improving that, so we should see improvement towards the back end of 2021. He should be able to move up the pecking order too. Jack Smith was caught in a few too many awkward moments in 2020, but was the only BJR driver to record a fastest lap in any of the races, not to be discounted on race day. Needs to work more on his performances overall for expectations to be higher than the back of the grid. Kelly Grove Racing. Andre Heimgartner was impressive in 2020. When the car was good, he was on for a great day. Ballsy moves got him podiums, and he stole that pole position at Sydney with the soft tyres when other cars couldn't challenge. He continues to remind us that he has what it takes to break into the top 10 of the championship. Maybe podiums in 2021. David Reynolds is back at Kelly Racing. It feels unsettling the way that things have panned out, but he isn't far off Andre's pace, and so I expect that he'll be close behind in qualifying and race results. Maybe he'll occasionally outperform him, and maybe a podium or two. Back end of the top 10 of the championship. Erebus Motorsport. Will Brown has been impressive over the years, but let's not get too excited. If he gets anywhere near the top 10 of the championship, it will be impressive as well. I expect the occasional top 10 qualifying and race result. Brody Kostecki has been making a statement over the last few years that he is something special. If he can keep up with Will, then he'll be proving himself a star of the future. Same expectations for the occasional top 10 qualifying and race result, but not as high up for the championship. Matt Stone Racing. Jake Kostecki was a little impressive in 2020. Zayn Goddard was in the spotlight a bit more, but Jake was able to hold his own on several occasions. I expect MSR to move up the order in 2021, so Jake might get a top 10 race result at some stage. Top 20 of the championship is my prediction. Zayn Goddard did a good job in 2020, maybe a little overhyped, but he did get better qualifying and race results than Jake. Same prediction for Zayn with a top 10 race result and a challenge for the top 20 of the championship. Team Sydney. Fabian Coulthard steps back on the grid to lead a growing team with Doc Slater behind the headset. He will obviously be the lead driver in 2021. Maybe a healthy handful of top 15 qualifying results and a smaller handful of top 15 race results. Back end the top 20 of the championship. Gary Jacobson is lucky to have a seat in my opinion. While he did a good job with MSR and did better than the Superlight drivers combined, he should be getting better results in his third year, especially since he's a Super 2 champion. I expect him to break into the top 20 of the championship. Blanchard Racing Team. The technical alliance with Tickford is unclear, but we know that Tim Slade is an experienced and fast race driver, so he should be able to get pretty consistent top 20 race results. Anything higher than that would be impressive, but this is just based on an engine deal that they've told us that there is. So probably back end of the top 20 in the championship, and maybe a bit beyond, maybe a bit lower than that if we're thinking realistically. Surprised me.